Hello. How's it going? Welcome to another Yizbrid Games community stream. Hi, I'm your host, Fizz. How are you all doing today? Make sure I have my... There we are. Glad I'm on time for once. I'd hate to have missed the stream. Oh, yeah, farewell. Yeah. I didn't make that one. That was a different punster out in the audience. See what you've done. You ruined a whole relationship. Hi! Howdy Lau, howdy Ocelot, howdy Anim Zero. I will know exactly how to say your name one of these days. I promise you that. So today is a very special stream, and we'll get to that in just a couple minutes. First, I want to hit all the usual key points. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome to the Yizbrid Games stream. Yizbrid is a video game publishing company that finds stories around the globe, delves into places that don't always tell their story, and amplifies those voices through the power of video games. You can find out more information on Yizbrid itself over at yizbrid.net. You can also find news for games that it has from the games that have been most recently announced to the games that are part of the Yizbrid, I'm going to say backlog, but backlog for you, maybe. Games from the earlier times of Yizbrid. All of those can be found over at the wish listable pages. Catalog. I like that word. That's a perfect word for what I'm looking for. Thank you, Ocelot. Yeah, you can wishlist all of the games in the Yizbrid catalog over at Steam, itch.io, Humble, and Good Old Games. And if you want to find more news about them, that's where I was going with that. I started with news. You can check out the Facebook or Twitter locations, twitter.com, facebook.com, both /Yizbrid Games, as well as hang out with our cool community over at discord.gg/Yizbrid Games. And thank you, Ocelot, for keeping up with all of that. I am your host, Fizz the Human. Also known as Kellen Stevens, voice actor. I don't know much about the game that we're going to be playing today. So I don't know how much I am going to be voice acting. I may be doing a little bit more on the interviewing side today. For today is... sorry, NM0... There's no clearly defined pronunciation for my username. If you ask me 5 times, you'd probably get at least 3 different answers. Perfect. And I've been saying it right every time. Love it. That said, we're going to be playing a little game called Myst. M-Y-S-T, as the title implies. Oh, I sure did switch the title, didn't I? I better have. I know that Yeah, there we go. Cool. And I even named it after Tom Sawyer. All right. Catch the mystery. Catch the drift. The world is the world. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. Alrighty. But yeah, today is special, not just because, and I maybe should have reflected that in the title here. It's okay for now. We'll fix it in post if we want to go that route. We have a special guest today. Our special guest goes by the name of Alahmnat, also known as Al. I'm sure that they will give a proper introduction, but they are the guild master to the Guild of Archivists, as they are known. The Guild of Archivists is the, I believe, and Al will eventually just take whatever weaponry they specialize in and just eviscerate my my knowledge base here. But to my knowledge, they are both in lore and out of lore, the lore masters of Myst and the worlds that have been spawned from the initial game. Yeah. So it's as if I was trying to explain this to my dad earlier, because he's not really into video games in the slightest. So I said, imagine if you were watching The Godfather and sitting next to you was the leading movie historian focused on the Godfather franchise. Imagine if you're watching the movie while sitting next to them and you got to chat with them. What insights they might have. That's how I feel going into this. Getting to explore a world that has nagged at the edges of my brain throughout my life. I come from a family of video game folks. My grandfather was incredibly into the Ultima series, and so the Ultima is kind of in my blood when it comes to that. I'm sure I've talked about that before. But Myst was one of those games that just sort of hovered around a bit. And so now I get to finally explore what that looks like alongside a truly special person. So give me just a moment while I get everything set up here. I normally would have just the gameplay thing, but I spent some time MacGyvering a guest gameplay format here, but it's going to take just a moment while I make sure that I'm all set. Alrighty, I have unmuted and undeafened myself in Discord, so Al, if I may call you that, you may be able to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And 1 second while I believe this button should do it. Drum roll. I'm going to click over here and then here. It is
Hello?
odd to me. Okay, so we have my text. We have your text. Things are looking good. That said, the game itself, the game itself is not showing up. So one moment while I make sure that's working. Sunday game capture. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna show it again. What could have happened? Did I switch? It's capturing a specific. Well, you know.
Is it running full screen again?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to close it and reopen it. Drum roll. We have music. Let me make it. There we go. That should be working. We should have everything there. Video, assuming it's supposed to be pigeonholed. I'm hoping that things look good now. We should have video to the here. We should have myself with pubnub. We should have Alahmnat with pubnub, and then full frame now, main menu, beautiful. Alrighty, I think we're good to go.
I just need you to start your stream back up.
I need to start my stream back up. Okay. I hope that's not what's causing the issue. Oh, right. No, because I need to just start the stream again. In here. Share your screen. Go live. Drum roll.
Hey,
okay.
There we go.
And you can see my screen.
Yep.
And so if I say I'm going to touch new game now, that seemed kind of now. That's
yep.
Timing is good there for you. Cool.
Timing is good.
The world outside will see us a few seconds later. That's okay. Hell, we get sunlight 8 minutes after it leaves the sun, so y'all can deal with some lag. That's all right. however many lag minutes we are. Alrighty. I don't know if you ended up. I didn't think about it. I muted myself in Discord when I gave your introduction, so I can paraphrase a bit. But I said that you were the guild master to the Guild of Archivists, which the Guild of Archivists is both in lore and outside in a meta fashion, the lore keepers of Myst and the games that it spawned, the worlds that have come from that. And that I likened you to if I were sitting down to watch The Godfather and I had the world's top movie historian for the Godfather series to watch with me and give me commentary on the movie, that would be like the equivalent here with you with the Myst series.
I'll certainly take the compliment.
All right.
Um,
Cool.
just to briefly, so the Guild of Archivists, I kind of picked up the name because the Guild of Archivists in the game lore was a group of people belonging to, trying not to get too deep into this before we even start.
Mhm.
The people all this stuff comes from in lore had a guild system, and one of those guilds was the Guild of Archivists, and they were in charge of basically keeping track of everything.
Okay.
So I kind of picked up the name and ran with it because that's basically what we do on the website is keep track of everything.
Very nice. Good to draw from the initial source material for the name. I was trying to think of a Zelda equivalent, but man, the folks in Zelda are really bad at keeping their history. So I'm gonna we'll not search through there. Um, is there anything else that you wanted to tell about yourself or about the game before jumping in? I don't know. I figure or go ahead and answer that, and then I do have one question I think before starting, but go ahead.
Okay, sure. So Myst, I'll just kind of give a little bit of history about it. It came out in 1993. It was originally released just for the Mac, and then their publisher ported it to Windows. Um, it was kind of a phenomenon um, back in the day because it was one of the first games that really took advantage of the CD-ROM format. Um, and so, it's definitely for a long time it was the best-selling game of all time until The Sims beat it out in 2004.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Mac first game. Um, it you don't see it anymore. But yeah, the guys that built this, they started on Macs, and all the tools that they used were running on the Mac. So they built it and they released it, and it was originally actually built in a program called HyperCard, which is a little like a do-it-yourself. It's like if PowerPoint could be a game engine a little bit.
Okay. I mean, who are
um,
you to say that PowerPoint isn't a game engine? But I understand.
yeah,
I understand.
but it's basically, you can link between these different slides and have interactivity and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
And so it kind of, PowerPoint is a really crappy analogy for it because HyperCard was really 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 powerful. um, and PowerPoint is kind of, it's more towards presentations, but HyperCard you could build whole applications in. It was wild.
Cool. Okay. Because I know I remember my mother dabbling in. I don't know if it was the programming side of things. She was very much into graphics on the early Macintosh stuff. Um, I'm sure my grandfather was a lot more into the programming side of things, but and I will say I am slightly knowledgeable when it comes to like a game programming appreciator. Uh, I would consider myself maybe a slightly more learned layman. So,
Hmm.
but not so much as to uh I'm still going to be closer to the average Joe on that.
Yeah.
But I can always ask for clarification. I did want to ask you. You touched upon it a little bit. what was it like for this game to first come out? Like, were there, um, like I don't know if there were any like today we would have like PC Magazine or anything like that, or even like back when I was reading Nintendo Power, like were like CD games and such advertised at all before dropping, or where would they have been advertised? And was this game, did it have an amount of hype before it dropped, or was it really just kind of here's this thing we made and then it exploded?
It was basically that. It just sort of, they released it, and um, at marketing and advertising and all that stuff wasn't really as big back then as it is now, where there's whole, websites dedicated to this kind of stuff. It was all just magazines, and I don't even remember if Broderbund ran any ads for it. Um, but when it first came out, it spread like wildfire, mainly I think just because of word of mouth. Everybody was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. You've got to check this out."
Cool. Alrighty. You said 1993, so I'm at. This will be equivalent to this just dropped, and I turned 1. I was born in 92, so just to give an idea of where I sit in the history here. Oh wait, Myst was so successful that a parody game based on it called Pissed that was able to get John Goodman. Excuse me.
Yeah, when the people who made Pissed, they basically, like, at that point Myst had sold like 2 or 3 million copies, which was just absolutely unheard of. Um, and so these folks sort of made this kind of, simplistic um, Photoshop edits slideshow. You can almost barely call it a game, but it had several of the screenshots from Myst that had been photoshopped over with all kinds of stuff, because they
Oh,
were
good.
like, "Well, you're the 3 million and first person to show up on Myst. What's it look like after 3 million people have trudged through this place?"
I see. Okay. That'll be one for the bonus stream at the end after we've made our way through. I would love to just see, not just to see it as a parody, but to see what a like early 90s parody of Myst would be. What kind of what jokes are we making at that point?
They were very
Um
crude jokes, but yeah.
so I'm going to check on options here. I know we talked about not turning on zip mode just yet. But transitions being enabled was
Yeah,
a
that
good
just kind of
plan.
makes it a little nicer. There's a little bit of a crossfade instead of an absolute snap to the next thing.
Cool. And then you said F5 was going to bring this menu up. Should I need it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Um, then I suppose I'm just going to hit new game and we'll go from there. And I will. Oh, Ocelot says. Oh, F5. Okay, cool. Um, I am running this in Scum. As it turns out, well, I'll say this. I am not running it in Scum. Myst Masterpiece Edition on Steam is running in Scum out of the box. So I suppose I'm happy that through this method, my assumption is that the money went to the right people by
Mm-hmm.
purchasing it through Steam rather than using any sort of an emulation device here. But yeah, so hey, we just uh, what is it? Rubber bands and dreams, duct tape and paper clips, and we make things work. It works. Alrighty, then new game, and I do want to say again, and I might have mentioned it in chat. Um, I don't know how the audio balance is going to be. I know Myst tended to be very loud when I first started it up. I adjusted it from there, and in fact, I'm gonna just make sure here. I will lower it even further to start, and we'll see where it needs to be.
Also, apologies in advance. Myst Masterpiece Edition does not have subtitles.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Hopefully, because I know I'll read aloud any text. but I don't know if perhaps there's like a script one can follow along outside or certain things. I know you were reciting an opening preamble by
Oh yeah,
heart
I know
the
that
other
thing by
day.
heart.
Yeah, so my assumption is that a lot of this is easy to find and is very much archived out there if you need to. And in fact, I hear there's a whole guild
Yeah,
of people who archive these things. So,
there is
uh,
actually.
yeah, there should be some folks that can point you in the right direction. Without further ado, I give you Myst Masterpiece Edition. Space.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
All right. Ooh, and it drops me in.
Looks like we may have a video feed problem.
Oh, did it not? Oh joy. Well.
Uh-oh.
Let's see about that. I
One thing we
apologize.
didn't test.
Yeah, actually playing. There sure was a scene there. Um, did you see it on Discord?
I did.
You did see it on Discord.
But it looks like this. I just pulled the stream up. It looks like it hasn't even updated from the main screen.
Yeah. I'm wondering if to capture separately. It should be that thing that you just said, Ocelot. That should be what's going on. Oh, I see. Yeah, I like that idea. Capture. Okay, well, in that case, things might get a little wonky here for a second. Let me make sure I have nothing untoward on my screen. Like this House Flipper weekend deal, 70% off. We're gonna put. I'm gonna turn up the volume slightly on Myst, just because I think that the dialogue was just a little under us. And then make a folder. I'm gonna put everything in the folder. And that should be sparkly clean. And thank you for your patience on this. And let's make that be not window capture, display capture, right?
Yeah, could be.
Oh, hello. Display, the other one. There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, alrighty. Now to put this thing back where it came from, so help me. Actually, wait, I can center vertically. Yeah, look how even that is. Love it. All right. I think we're good. So I'm going to redo that intro. By which I mean I'm going to, I guess, restart this. Would that be the... Or I can F5 to bring up... no, there's no restart there. I guess I'll have to redo this. All right. Let's...
Maybe escape will bring up the main menu.
Drum roll. Yay! All right. New game. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Alrighty. Without further ado, I give you Myst Masterpiece Edition. First try.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Alrighty, and now we find ourselves back with the howling sound. Just seeing kind of the outside of my bounds here. Myst.
Give it a
There it
second.
goes.
There it goes.
Yeah, cool. Ocelot says, so this is a real book. The book they based the Myst book on, that is. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Reader's Digest, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly which edition it was, but it's an older one. It's been scanned in and beaten up even further from how damaged it was that the brothers had. The Myst, so Myst was made basically largely by two people, Rand and Robin Miller. And so one of them, I forget who, but they had a copy of this Reader's Digest, and they just scanned the cover in and took it literally into Photoshop back when it was, Photoshop 1.
Yeah.
And beat it up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. Welcome to Myst.
All right. Oh, we have animations. Cool. Some birds. Appears we have directions. We can... Okay, we can turn. With a screen wipe. I like it.
Yep.
I'm assuming clicking this will move me forward? Mayhaps? Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep,
Gotcha.
there you go.
Okay, so there are going to be different places I can click on that will take me to different locations, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I do find it interesting because one of the things we were discussing was which version of Myst to play, whether playing it with in 3D or playing it with stills like this and as originally done would be better. And I see now that it certainly mentally translates perfectly to a 3D landscape. Like, I thought it might be weird shifting from what I saw to like maneuvering around it, like something might be lost. And that may still be true. However, rather than it not quite living up to a 3D landscape and there being that gap where like you're introducing something that doesn't quite belong in Myst, this feels so much like I'm just maneuvering in 3D. Like
What's really neat about this is actually the first game that Cyan did where they used 3D modeling. They had made games before in HyperCard, but they were all hand illustrated by Robin. And this time they decided they were all kind of kids games, so they were cartoony. They were also black and white because HyperCard out of the box doesn't actually support color. They had to hack in color.
Cool.
But because they used 3D models, this is basically just still images of what you would roam around on these days. And actually, the polygon count on this is probably low enough that it would run just fine on today's hardware if you were to just take the raw files.
I'm surprised. Well, I guess it wouldn't surprise me if somebody hasn't done that already. If those files are still in existence.
Rand actually still has them, but they're sort of, the problem is they're locked up in what was that? Strata. They used a modeling program called Strata to assemble all of this stuff. And yeah, I don't think it has any exports that anything these days would be able to understand.
Gotcha. Yeah, Strata was before my my ears would have perked up at any program names, that's for sure. Here we have a letter. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atris? Alris. Atris. Okay. See, this is the best part is I never have to question how to pronounce a name.
There you go.
Whether you provide any other insight or not, that is the best reason I could possibly have you on here. So we have one at least. Now, is this a game, and I'm happy to do so, but is this a game that I should be, I suppose, taking notes in?
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
It is something, like, it's not nearly as necessary as it can be in some of the later games to keep track of things, but it is nice to, have them written down somewhere if you need to, if you've got a clue that you need to remember.
Sure. I've got two switches so far.
Because of, and Anim Zero is saying it's been released a lot and it's gotten a lot of remakes. It has. It's been released on pretty much any platform you can think of. It had an Amiga port.
Does that say Myst DS?
Yes, it does say Myst DS. Why is my... Okay, now my subtitles seem to be working. I wonder if the browser just got bored.
They appear to be working on my side.
Yeah, they seem to have stopped for a little bit, but I refocused on the browser where I've got PubNub running and it's working now. So
I actually don't know how they are working.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, because I was under the impression that I needed to have your window up, and I currently don't. So magic, cool. All right.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, this game was so popular, back in the day that they ported it to pretty much anything they could think of. It's been released for the Mac, for the PC. There was a Sega Saturn port, if I remember correctly. There's an Amiga port. Um, it did have a release on the Nintendo DS, which I'm told was terrible. It also has it's also been released on iOS and iPadOS. It's been everywhere, really.
Okay. Oh wow. Alrighty. So my assumption here is that I will eventually need to see a specific time around to see what happens. Okay. Yeah, this is a I think this is a comeback later kind of puzzle. I'll turn the lights back on though. I love the sound effects.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of Ultima, so, you know, the cabinets opening and closing and rummaging through packs and things. 4. We have 4 switches now. We have a rocket we can't seem to knock on the door for. This is a rocket. Looks like a rocket. I love that it's like they know where you will want to try to click.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm surprised. Oh, gotcha. Yes, there we go. I'm surprised everywhere that I'm clicking just feels so natural.
Yeah, they did a really good job of laying out the hotspots in very natural ways.
Ooh, okay. Many books. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rests a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my two sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they... Ah! Will be a great help this time instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All three of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. They're throwing a lot of numbers around, and my first thought, 10 years later, so 8 people hid and managed to survive through the attack. They said they would be back 10 years later from the attack. So in those next 9 years, 2 survivors died, so there were 6 left with a year to go. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, leaving 2 to just wallow away, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I'm very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky, and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. It makes use of a technology called holography I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. An included insignia of black ship. Interesting time period. I suppose this is early 90s, having the star and crescent moon.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda did a similar thing in Ocarina of Time. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe. I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the Tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. All right. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yep.
I was double checking that there wasn't a page to turn back to. My assumption is that with things like this, it will be good to know where to return to reference this, because I'm not going to be able to memorize much of this. Though there was still 6 people left. And it is important to note that My assumption is this is the same person as who wrote the note. I'm judging by font as well, I almost want to say. These are all charred.
We can come back to these and read
Yeah.
them in phases, because
I
otherwise
like
we
that
might be here for an
idea.
hour.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting to note, however, that we have constellations here with symbols,
Mhm.
and that those constellations, I'm assuming, will match up with certain dates as seen in the in that red chair, the dentist chair, as people had mentioned. Stone ship age. Okay, yeah, this will check back with. I agree with checking things in stages. Because boy, are there going to be a lot. We have different colors of text.
Yep.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so to answer Lau's question in the chat, a lot of the proper nouns that this franchise uses, they all got established here. There isn't really any like source material that this draws from. In terms of its lore, this is the ground level, and even some of the proper nouns that we're most familiar with in the franchise these days weren't even capitalized, like age. It tends to be capitalized nowadays as a way of signifying that we're talking about it in a proper sense. But yeah.
Ooh, a map. And was there like an overarching like a Myst Bible that they referred to while making this, or was all of the lore like written and then matched to various pieces that were in the game already?
So the development process of this was a little bit of both. I mean, they were kind of making it up as they went, but like this probably isn't giving away too much. The intro to the game, with the book falling into the starfield and the opening narration, that is actually part, like, it references back out to a greater part of the lore and more of the history of the games, which is gone into in one of the novels, because there are 3 novels that got published after this. There's the Book of Atris, which came out in 1995, the Book of Tiana, which came out in 96, and the Book of Dunny, which came out in 97.
And Atris was the person, at the very least, who signed that letter, whether or not he was writing everything else.
Yeah.
But, or at least it was signed with that name. I'm trying not to make too many assumptions here so early on.
Yeah, and I'll do my best to let you, figure things out as you go, so you're not, so I'm not just sort of giving you all the deets.
Sure. That's I'm definitely trying to find things to ask about that are less lore stuff. Though I'm sure as I discover more and we start piecing things together. Oh, I love these videos.
Yep.
And this is even the remade ones, correct? This is the
So
this is
Myst Masterpiece Edition, the Masterpiece Edition is basically when the game first came out, it was they had to downscale all of their graphics from 24-bit to 8-bit so that they would be small enough to be read off of the disk fast enough. Because this was back in the days where a 2x CD-ROM drive was cutting edge. And so they had to scale down the size of the color depth of the images so that they would fit and not take up a huge, such a huge amount of space that they couldn't read them fast enough.
Mhm.
And all of the videos likewise are very heavily compressed. And so what they did for Masterpiece Edition was they just went in and grabbed the original 24-bit images that they started with and used those instead of the 8-bit images, so there isn't any dithering or anything like that. This
Oh,
is
okay.
just straight what you would have seen from the original renders.
Cool. Okay. I feel like that feels nicer than the like having a reinterpretation.
Yeah.
Like
When the first time that they remade Myst was for Real Myst in 2000, which was partly a partly an excuse to test their new 3D engine that they had just bought for what would eventually become the Uru series, which is a spin-off.
okay.
And then they remade Myst Masterpiece Edition, or they remade Real Myst into Real Myst Masterpiece Edition twice. Once for iOS and once for the PC. And then in 2020, they released what is now just Myst on Steam. If you just search for Myst and pull up Myst on Steam, you will get the 2020 version, which is made in Unreal Engine and fully real-time 3D.
Have the original creators given all of these versions their blessing, or is
Oh yeah,
that
they
like
they did all
okay?
of them.
Oh, cool. Okay. I know some folks end up with like ports or signing things to be redone. Hello. I can pick this up. Didn't realize I could pick something up. Interesting. Now by clicking that, okay, I just put it back where it was.
Yeah, you can only hold one piece of paper at a time.
Gotcha. Rats. Okay. Books. And we have this one, which I believe. Okay. Did I? Is that how I came in? Was through here? No.
Not through the fireplace, no.
Hello.
Ah, there's that sound.
I love how open-ended all of this is. I'm so used to like coming into a room like this and it's just like I don't know, touch every tile once without like it just immediately gives you like what to do, and you're left with
Oh yeah.
like, oh, this is a test of doing that thing you said, instead of like
Nope. They just throw you into it and say good luck.
Exactly. Oh, I love the feeling. I love the feeling. Well, we're just gonna.
What you doing?
What do you mean? What am I? It's not gonna work. Okay, I can't fit it.
Are you trying to put your name in?
Who would I be if I wasn't trying to carve my name on the backside of a. What is that? Fireplace, I think.
Yep. That's a fireplace. And that's how
Where was
you
it
came
attached?
in.
Yeah. Oh, it's the shed. Or it's a shed. I thought we had switched that up already.
Nope.
Is that just between red and green? I think we're at. I want to say we're at 5 switches. Cool.
I love how much drama they were able to get out of just 3 pictures and a sound effect.
Yeah. Numbers are we looking at? 1, 2. Okay. Power to spaceship, generator switches. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get, at least one puzzle done before Oh, I see. Oh, but I have to. Oh, okay. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Well, again, I feel I shouldn't be messing with things with numbers until I have a number to mess with things
Yeah.
to. Because even if I stumble upon something, I wouldn't even know what I was stumbling upon. This, yeah, same idea there. Okay. Well, let's see. What else did this say? A message for you of most importance. A 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on the island into the imager to retrieve your message. Okay, so we'll start there. So I believe I may have hit the amount of switches, or at the very least. That one's up. Thank you for making them remain up as well. So like,
Yeah,
if I
about the
really
only
had
thing that doesn't persist is doors will close behind you.
Gotcha.
So that way they don't have to render the buildings with the doors open and closed
Fair.
from every
No,
possible angle. They learned their lesson very quickly on that one.
the music is so cool.
Yeah, I love the music in this game.
Immediately shuts off. Okay. It's the music I keep getting reminded of with Merchant and Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I could see that. Settings: dimensional imager, topographical extrusion test 40, water turbulent pool, marker switch diagram. Topographical extrusion test, water turbulent pool, marker switch diagram. So I believe one of those was 40. Cool. This is yeah, you said that when this came out this was like the cutting edge, like this was just blowing people's minds. I can see why.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Alright. Water turbulent pool. Marker switch diagram. Oh, I see. Marker switch diagram. So with the marker switch diagram, that would end up showing me.
Just in case you weren't sure what a marker switch was, I guess.
Gotcha.
So
I
you
was thinking it was
you
gonna show me
intuited
the-
it very quickly. I was impressed.
Yeah. I just saw the word switch and that kind of like, well, these are the switches I've been hitting. Whether or not they're markers, I don't know, but
Yeah.
and the water turbulent pool was where it started. So I guess that's just to tell me that I think were there 5 switches? Perhaps I missed
Incorrect.
something. I feel as though I can at least test a couple of these numbers because we're not within what date do you want this?
Yeah.
Now, if it's how many as well as how many need to be turned on at the same time, which won't surprise me, but I feel at least I have the freedom to test these out a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go till 10. Because I also don't want to sit here and...
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you viewed it, just to be safe.
Huh. That's Baby Rand? I was going to ask who played him.
Yep.
That's cool. Oh, and then the music kicks in. With newfound determination, we walk forward.
Yeah.
Ah. Now it said, remember the tower rotation if you've forgotten the key, which I found the key, or at least I found a symbol with the key. Whether or not I got the key is another question. So I know it was here. And thank you so much for posting that in chat. For those that are, I suppose for those that are watching this on YouTube, Alahmnat is graciously posting all of the dialogue in chat at the moment.
And we do have, the Guild of Archivists does have all of this stuff archived. If you were to go there, it's guildofarchivists.org. It's under the reference materials section. We've got it all grouped by character, by game, whether it's a note or a journal or a piece of dialogue. We've got all of it, so.
Let's see. So here's that key. Or here's the key symbol. However, this doesn't appear to be interactable. Is there something? Perhaps I need an item. Because this looks to me like a destructible wall of some kind. I don't know if that's the case.
Just to prevent you from going down a rabbit hole, the only things that you can carry in this game are pieces of paper.
Cool. Okay.
Unless it is very obviously signposted that it's something that you should be able to pick up. Basically, all you can carry are pieces of paper. Everything else is very contextual.
Okay. My next theory then is that there are other options for positioning of things than the two that I have seen here. And that one of them contained, well, let's see. These appear to be on opposite sides though, and when I rotated the tower, these flipped. But is there a, like, halfway point I can hit, maybe? Destructible walls in the 90s would be astonishing. I was thinking, like Zelda style. I'm gonna keep coming back to Zelda, because that's, like, my jam there. But I'm thinking, like, this looks bombable.
Yeah.
Not to...
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Exactly. I need to get that on a Stream Deck button.
Yeah, there you go.
Splice that in here every time. Let's see. So the tower rotation though seemed to be using. There was a button I used, I thought, or was it? That's where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
This. That closes it. This opens that door. In the meantime, closes this one. So... perhaps up in the tower. How did I... Oh, right. This. Oh!
The tower rotation.
Yeah, I thought it was just a click once kind of deal.
No.
Okay. Well, this is now red, so let's see if that signifies anything. Twist it. Bop it. Flick it. Silence, so, if I clang my sword against this wall, it would make a weird noise. Yeah. Agreed. Clanging to see if you can... Hello?
There you go.
240, 221.
That might be something to write down.
Yeah, I like that idea. Alright.
I love these chunky Phillips screws.
Yeah. I think, as it is 6:46 right now, I'm going to go ahead and put things on break. And then we will be back in about 15 minutes. We'll reconvene at 7 if that works for you.
Sure.
Alrighty. This is good break music.
Mm.
So as not to mess with the good break music, I'll run all the nice commercials and stuff at the end. But for now, we shall return. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Alrighty, hello. I am back. Right now I am just myself for just a second as I hop back in the seat here. It's cool. I got this fortune from Panda Express. It says, you know what you want, now go out and get it. Well, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit longer, but oh, there's these. It actually has some lucky numbers on the back. It says 240, 221. I don't know what that's for yet, but we'll figure that out shortly. What's a coincidence? That's strange. Is that a coincidence with something? At any rate, welcome back to our playthrough of Myst with myself and Alahmnat, who I am going to double check on. Aha! They are in fact ready. Welcome back.
Hello.
Boy,
Helps if I unmute myself.
Yeah. Feh. Perish the thought. I think this was the button. That's the button. Whoa! What a coincidence! In fact, I have seen those numbers somewhere. That's so strange. Alrighty. Yeah. Here we are back with Alahmnat, the Guildmaster of the Guild of Archivists, for the Cyan World's overarching multiverse of games. Well, actually, I don't know if it's a multiverse. It may just be one universe. I don't. It may be that there are multiple universes in just this game. I thought I read something about that there in one of the books that we read just a minute ago. That's a don't comment on thing. We'll get there and we'll figure that out. That's a whole debate we won't get into right now. All right, even better. Ooh, chewy opinions. All right. Let's see. So we have here a time and some numbers. I know of 2 places that can accept a time. I am going to take this and first try it, I think. Oh, can I see? How do I get down from here? That was where I just was. There it was. I can see out. Cool. Which also says to me that that open door can be facing outward as well. Do I want to try that while I'm here or not is the question. I think I'm going to try this code elsewhere first. Hopefully you had a good break there, Al.
Yep.
I scarfed down food.
Yeah, I had a snack too.
Open this door once more. Out we go. Uh-oh. I didn't notice that there were multiple of these, all with different symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And each of these symbols also appears to be a symbol that was in the book with a constellation next to it. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, but I wanted to try putting our time in here. So that would be big hand, 2, and then, was it? roughly 240.
Looks right to me.
Yeah. Eat button. Hey, hello. Another switch. Oh, Go fast. Okay, so cool. You can see this switch from here. So if you were counting, it wouldn't just be the ones you could flip up, but other ones that you would see.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then here was our 221. Oh, I have to... Set a reset. I see. Okay. Hang on. So I need to switch this one till I get 2 and 1 possible. And then this one. That's a lie. Okay. I need to. Let's see. So what does this change, as a matter of fact? So I can... Okay. Actually, that's about what I had in mind. So I'm assuming this is how many turns I can make per
Yep.
trial. So we'll want to desync them here first, I think. 2 and 1. Let's try. Oh, well. Yeah, okay. I understand what I'm supposed to do. I understand the overall logic, but I don't understand the intricate logic here quite yet of what it is that I... Now, why did that turn 2 of them? Hang on. Oh, I can hold it down. So this turns 2, but if I hold it down, the middle turns. And if I hold this one, same idea. Holding it down turns just the middle. So I need to make it either one of these first to be... Then I need to turn this to be here. No, okay. But it was almost. It was I needed to go 1 back. I need to wait till this says 2. So let this one be 1. Let this one be 2. And then click and hold. Damn it. I took it off too long. But my logic was sound. I know what I'm supposed to do. All right. One click here. Then... There we go. Cool. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I always question with these. It's so strange. Like, I look at these and I think to myself, how the hell are you supposed to solve this?
Mm-hmm.
But I did. Like, that should be proof. Like the fact that the fact that I solved it, therefore it's solvable. Like, even if I was like 6, like there are Zelda puzzles that are like, what? How was I supposed to know to do this at this age or whatever? But I did.
Yeah.
So, like, clearly, some amount of trial and error gets you there. Still,
It's the holding it down to move the middle one separately that is the real, like, gotcha thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What? I suppose then did did occur here? Because this turned.
Mhm.
I got distracted there. Did anything move in this room besides?
Nope. Just that.
Okay. Cool. Oh, and that was gonna be to. Oh, I haven't been in this room yet. Hang on. Where
Nope.
even is this? This is around the forest-ish.
Yep. There's also a path kind of across from the power generator room.
Okay. Okay, I can turn this one of two ways. Oh, joy. Now, this wouldn't be...
Nope.
Okay. Can I not... I guess that's a painting.
Yep.
Remember, if it's a real video game, then the first safe code will always be 451. Really trying to shoot for some high Fahrenheits there. Effect. Should be tightening this. I'm worried about leaving the boiler on and walking away.
Fortunately, the gas is only flammable while it's in the boiler, so you don't blow up the room.
Indeed. Indeed. Let's see. Where did this go down into? Oh, okay. I don't think we had a number for this yet to try. We had one is power, the other is power to ship, I believe it was, or power to rocket.
Yep.
I'm wondering. There are multiple places. Sorry for the noise. There are multiple places that this can turn to.
Mhm.
We also have. Here's our pillars that were out there. These been changing with anything? No. Paperwork. Or papers to be fed into a machine of some kind? Question. A lot of things I'd want to ask you about your personal experience with this game, like, you know, I'd be wanting to say, like, oh, you know, what was your favorite puzzle, or what was the hardest thing for you to figure out? You know, obviously these are things I can't ask at this time, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
did I just miss that? I think I just... Yeah, there we go. Oh, right, I have to hit the button. That's right.
Yep. The button's important.
There we are. Yeah. The man kept getting in and out of the elevator without actually moving anywhere.
One of the things I am a little sad about, and I imagine that they did this so that it doesn't make you motion sick, but on the new version of Myst in 2020, because it was built for VR, the elevator no longer rotates in the middle of the ascent, and I'm a little sad about that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So rather than the elevator rotating to always align to the same place, you just go up and then you have to walk around to find where the ladders are.
This would be whiteboard time. Let's see.
Yep.
11, no, 10, 11, 84. Oh, 1984. I cannot just... These are not all going to be the same time.
Nope. Need all 4 of those digits.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just write it as it says. 1984. So now we have a 1984 reference here, but a Fahrenheit 451 reference from the chat. We're getting literary. 4 a.m. January 17th, 12:07. 5:46 a.m. We have November 23rd. In the year 9791 at 6:57 p.m. I wonder what these are referencing. I mean, I'm about to go and plug them into our, what is that called?
Planetarium?
Planetarium, yes, thank you.
Yep.
Like, I ran club meetings in this place for how many years of my college life? And I can't remember the word planetarium. There we go. Star dentistry. Yes, indeed, star dentistry. For when you want not just your white teeth, but your blue teeth, your red teeth, your neutron matter teeth. Open the door. There we go. To get your teeth quasar white, yeah. Your wisdom teeth or your quasi-molars. Let's see. I wanted to sit in that bright red chair, and the bright red chair was not in that room. This room. There we go. Alrighty. So let's start with our first one, October 11th. 1980.
You can grab the handle and drag it.
Oh, so I can. Thank you.
I figured it'd save us the beeps.
Yes.
Some of the beeps.
I can at least do this. Yeah. No, cool. At 10. Oh, 4 a.m. And
Planetarium doesn't work very well in the daytime.
No, it does not. But I was worried about what would happen if it was night and I turned it on here, so. Alrighty.
There you go.
So, I guess guess I'll doodle some of this. It's symmetrical across that diagonal axis. Alrighty, once more into the beep. June 17th. Uh, 12:07. At 5:46 a.m.
Folks in the chat talking about mixing audio channels being a challenge because the audio for the music cuts out whenever you make a beep.
Yeah, it crossed my mind, but yeah, now that you pointed out.
That's actually something that's specifically unique to the PC version, which all of the later versions of Myst are built off of. Because on the Mac, it had multi-channel playback, and that was fine. It worked just, perfectly normally. It's only the PC version that had the playback problem. But all of the later versions inherited it because the engine was never really fully updated to do it correctly.
Okay, and then lastly here for this one we have November 23rd, 9791 at 6:57 p.m. That gets us. Okay. Do a quick little. It's kind of goblin-esque, if I had to make an observation there. With that. Well, it was a little bit off. Let's see. Not that it really. Up a little bit more, and yeah, cool. Okay. Now, my assumption is that there are more of these to be found in the tower by turning to other places, but for these three, I want to map them to...
Nope, that was the right one.
That was the right one? Okay.
Yep. You're just all the way in the back. There you go.
Okay. So... the spider is our goblin friend.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our maple leaf, was that first one.
Yep.
And that middle one is a little odd.
That one you may want to double check.
Yeah, because I think it's this one. I think it's the, well... Yeah, it's gonna be the snake, and I think I just didn't quite copy down the... I think I copied a couple of the wrong stars a little bit, but judging by what I did mark, that's the only one that has the 2 stars on the right side, and that seems to be a major feature enough for me to jot it down, but these 2 here. So I think by elimination...
That's why I love the eye. It's just like, Atris, those were just 4 dots.
Yeah.
Where did you get an eye from that, buddy?
Now it's funny because like there are so many constellations that like you can say the same thing about. And my astronomy professor was always like, you know, he would ask, especially like with kids in the class or what have you, you know, if you were renaming the constellations after things, you know, maybe this square would be an iPad, and maybe this, you know, what was he always named one Selena Gomez. Yes, Dr. Dunn, indeed. I don't know why he chose Selena Gomez out of the hat, but he always did. Still, I'm sure always does. Professor Dunn, if you're in the chat, I'm calling you out. But just bringing up, you know, a lot of the myths. I mean, what is it? Canis Minor, for instance, is just 2 dots, and that's supposed to be the little dog. Sure. Yeah. Like, clearly Orion's hunting dog. You can see the cute ears. But I really like, as you said, though, I do like the interpretation of, you know, yeah, sure, that's an eye. Why not? I could, like, how do you connect these dots to make a squiggle rather than, you know, a cross pattern for a bird or something to that effect? So... I mean, you know, this one makes sense, but you could also have squiggled it if you wanted to. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Astronomy's fun.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. Okay, so how many of these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That makes sense. There's 8 pillars. I don't know why I asked. All right. We said this was snake. Little mark there, and in fact, I'm going to adjust this now to match. You know, actually, I'm not going to. Only because this looks pretty similar, but I swear, if, you know, 16 streams from now, and I'm playing a Spot the Difference, I need to know. I'm assuming I copied it down wrong, but... Now, this also wouldn't happen to be, like... There's no way I'd be able to copy one of these down.
Yeah, no.
To... Okay.
You don't have the resolution for that, I don't think.
Just a thought. Alright. Let's see. So... That's interesting.
What's that?
Does that mean... Well, so I was thinking I'm going to need to know exactly what all the dates are for all of these. And while that may be the case, I'm wondering if just these 3 is enough to solve this puzzle in particular. Because that would be leaf, which will mark green.
This is one of the puzzles that's a little easier to do in 3D, because figuring out exactly which of the...
Just a little turned around is all.
Yeah.
Snake would be 1. And spider. Hey,
I think that is actually supposed to be a tick, because it doesn't have 8 legs, and it took me 30 years to figure that out.
Well, so true. So true.
Oh my god! I have been calling that a spider for 30 years.
Well, in honor of you, I'm going to erase spider up here, and I'm going to put tick.
You can thank Ocelot for that one.
Good call, Ocelot. Alrighty, now then, to see what's changed. What might have changed? Do we have a functioning rocket? No.
A little boat came up.
Did it? Ah,
Yeah.
aha. I suppose I should assume that it's going to be in the immediate vicinity for a lot of these things, unless it's a... Let's see. Can I interact with you in any way, shape, or form?
So we've had a gear open and we've had a boat come up.
I was looking to see if I could approach this from a different angle, but it looks like there's only the two sides.
Yep.
And we also have the boat here.
The big boat's not sunk anywhere either.
I don't think I remembered that the big boat was sunk. Oh, hello.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's mechanical age.
I don't know if I want to jump in there yet. Hang on. Can I interact with boat first? Oh, no. Okay.
Boat also has book. That's stone ship.
Stone ship. Okay.
These are
Well,
those
now we've got a
places of
choice.
protection that Idris was talking about.
Well, let's, how do I do this?
We have read the journal on mechanical.
Should we go read the... Oh, you know, that's true. We're a little more familiar with that one, at least by that book. And so maybe we check out mechanical, and then we do perhaps next stream, if we get to it, we'll do Stone Ship and read about it. I like that. Perhaps one book a stream.
Yeah, for as enormous as this game felt in 1993, it's actually extremely small. And now we're here.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Quickly, do calculations in base 9. All right. This gear looks suspicious.
So just to kind of quickly, just from a technical standpoint, talk about why linking works the way that it does, where you click and it goes to black and then it comes back with the full picture. In the original release, like I said earlier, they were using 8-bit images. And so, in order to try and retain as much color in those images as they could, each age had its own 256 color palette.
Okay.
Because, you know, the different ages all have kind of different color schemes to them. This one's a little more grayish blue.
Yeah.
Myst is a little more vibrant. And so they had tried to go and use a different color palette for each image, which is actually what they did in Riven. But the color hacking that they did with HyperCard meant that it would, it's called flaring. It would basically change all the colors so that they looked very wrong as you move from picture to picture while it tried to load the new color palette.
Gotcha.
And so they added that black screen so that they could go to the black screen, load the new color palette for the age, and then load the age. And you wouldn't have that flare, you just have, it would flare on black, so black flared would just flare black.
Cool. Okay.
But that's why linking behaves the way that it does, is just from a technical standpoint, it was that limitation in place that meant that they had to kind of hack in a little bit of an interstitial.
I'm curious to know. Oops. Oh, well, apparently space can pause things. I was curious to know what the transition being off does. Okay, so that gets rid of that interstitial.
It gets rid of the crossfade.
Gotcha.
But the fade to black will always be there for linking.
Oh, when you say linking, is
Even
that hopping into going into the book?
yeah,
Or is
using one
that
of the books is
understood?
linking.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I love the music. This picture looks
Also,
like it belongs in. Oh, go
that's
ahead.
Robin Miller's face photoshopped on top of a picture of Napoleon, I believe.
Amazing, and yet somehow he seems taller. I don't know. Aha, interesting. We have a rocket here. Do you know if this is a painting that already exists, or is this a?
Yes, it is, but I
Okay.
don't remember who it is off the top of my head. Yeah, Myst uses a lot of classical paintings, sort of removed from their context and intended to depict something else.
Oh, I'm in the tower, aren't I?
The fortress.
Fortress. Okay. Well, because I was thinking that this. Where did it go? This exact opening reminds me of in the tower of the previous one, where it's just that
Yeah,
amount of.
there's some similar motifs in a lot of these places.
Okay.
Ah, the drift.
See if I can get it on the. There we go. Oh. Ba-doop-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Neat. Is this the same every time?
Yep.
Colonel. Oh, it's a helmet. I see. Okay. So a lot to look at in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's close this back up. I'm trying to sneak around, but my music box is a dummy thick asp. Credits to Ocelot there. Hello.
Not quite a chessboard.
Yeah.
Missing, I think, at least one row in each direction.
Oh.
Secrets.
Ooh. Treasure. Oh, wine. Uh-huh. Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Ahanar.
Akinar.
Akanar, there's a C in there.
Yep.
I see it now. I see it there now. That I didn't.
Ease it.
E. And yet, wait, hang on. That's nice. So he just kept it among his wine and his money. Good. Interesting. The same letter? I feel like I'm clicking on things too quickly.
Yeah, you are a little speed demon.
I'm clicking on things to see if they do something, but a lot of them are just like a scene change, and rather than like an object to be adjusted. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, that's back outside.
Yep.
But did we turn?
Haven't done anything.
No. Okay. Oh. I hate it. Particular position this wants to be in. The other thing that I'm wondering, because I think I did. I think I changed this before walking over into it. Oh, was I? Hang on. Oh, I didn't mess with this yet. Okay.
Nope.
I walked into it, but I thought I I thought it was just a passageway in between the two rooms because I turned myself around on accident. Okay. Not much to see here at this time, it seems. Can't go any higher. Was there anything?
So I will let you look up here. I'll note.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's the arrow to imply that, I suppose. I'm going to assume that the thing that I need to take the most information on, unless I'm revisiting here, is this overall shape of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it an 8-pointed star?
I think so, yeah.
Let's see, there's also potentially... Oh, suggestion for a thing to poke at when you're back in the opera room if you want. Yeah. I would enjoy that suggestion. Before I try the downstairs, potentially, room. Hit me with that. The gems do some cool things. I thought I clicked on them. Oh, but you know what? You know what I keep not doing? Holding.
Yeah, in this version of the game, they don't do anything except light up. I think in the Real Myst remakes and in the latest version, they spin as well, but they're
Gotcha.
just here for fun.
Okay. Excuse me. There was something else that I wanted to see while I was in here. Maybe not. No, I was thinking of something else. Okay. Let's go into here once more and go downstairs. I guess I
Can do.
cannot. I guess I am on the downstairs. Okay.
Remember that holography.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, let's try... that one. But also see what's in here. Oh, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
I mean, you say that.
And a blue one. Blue paper.
I don't have any like behind the scenes information, but this room in particular, I think, is why sometimes the game has been rated T for teen.
Okay.
Only sometimes. Like,
Huh.
it's on very specific platforms it's been given a different rating for some reason.
I can understand. I feel like at age, maybe 7, I wouldn't enjoy this image.
No, I definitely didn't, and I was 10. There is one other thing in this room, though, before you leave.
Oh, no, I didn't want to leave, I promise. Going anywhere yet. That was in here.
Just your, normal insulated from the ground with wooden planks electric cage. It's fine.
Is the cage electrifying?
Oh, yeah.
It's like okay, yeah.
That's a normal thing for people to have in their room.
Yeah, I mean,
Their
you should see
secret
my Animal
behind the wall
Crossing.
room.
Yeah. I have a friend, and he acquired it around the same time, not a brass instrument. I think it's a woodwind instrument, as well as like some jail walls. So he decided to create in his basement in Animal Crossing the Sax Dungeon. I'll give him credit if he wants it. He's not in chat right now, but he is somebody that is not unknown to people. It's not Jacob. Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's Bender. It's absolutely Bender. I want to take this helmet. Speedwood magic helmet. There's a knife on the ground.
Squiggly knife, so you know they're a bad guy.
Yeah. Is that a Chris?
I think so.
Alright, so Fortress Rotation Simulator. I thought that this actually rotated, but... And maybe it does.
This is the training tool. If you remember the journal.
Gotcha. I did not remember that. So what does this need to be? Okay, so is this speed? Yes. So if I have it down low. Gotcha. So left one is going to be how fast it rotates. The right will be to actually rotate it. And our Mario Golf meter in the bottom right-hand corner is going to tell us whether we're on a cardinal direction or a diagonal. I think I can keep tabs on. I think I have that information locked. Now, where was the...
What you looking for?
was looking for, there was an object that I turned before. But I don't know if that was a solved puzzle or if that was something to manipulate. It was
When did
the
you
one.
turn?
It was a symbol and it turned red eventually.
Oh,
Down the
I'll save
stairs.
you. I'll save
Yes.
you some headache. That was the align the elevator.
Okay. Yeah, it was this button that opened the stairs. Is that something that I need to revisit potentially?
Nope, you're done with that.
Okay, cool. Let me see upstairs one more time. 'Cause now I need to rotate things, but I'm not sure exactly where to be rotating things. Unless this can only be manipulated in a different age. Is that when I
No.
hear? Okay.
The ages are self-contained.
Okay. Ah. But you little lads appear to be what I need. But how do I get there? I see you. Those are my rotator cuffs. Disclaimer. Things I'm referring to as rotator cuffs are not what rotator cuffs are. Okay. Jam.
So something else that you might have noticed without really noticing it is that all of the doors in this game open and close using screen wipes. They're not actually animated.
Oh, no, I didn't notice that.
And that's mainly to save on the video budget, because they didn't really have a lot of space for like incidental video playback.
Sure, that makes sense.
And so all of the doors and like switches and that kind of stuff, they tend to click into place instantaneously as opposed to being animated. And I think the sound design does a lot of work
Yeah.
in this game to kind of convey motion where it's not actually happening.
You'll hear a couple clicks of a latch connecting and yet just see 2 frames.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, nothing in here is rendered in real-time 3D, because at the time that this came out, the coolest, most cutting-edgest real-time 3D game in the world was Doom. The original Doom.
Yeah. Which also explains why this can run on everything as well.
This is just a slideshow.
Still don't have... Yeah, so for instance, to your point, here we see still water, yet we hear the water lapping at the land, and such a cool effect. Because I didn't really notice that the water was still. Like,
Yeah.
my brain just filled that in for me. That's so cool.
Back in the day, there were people who, like when Riven came out, one of its big technical selling point features was the water moves. And there were people who would swear up and down that they remember the water in Myst moving, and it doesn't.
That's cool. Is there? Is the practice one? That we messed with? Okay. Which now takes 9 million years from each.
You are correct in that.
Trying to figure out what
But I'm trying to be nice and let you
Yeah, no, I'm also
puzzle it
just
out on
kind
your
of,
own.
I'm also just kind of asking asking myself more so than,
Mm-hmm.
so I appreciate that. We checked in here. This is the treasure room, right? I don't know how to use the papers yet, so I'm going to leave them there. I think it was this lad. Oh, are you no?
I will say this is always the challenge of playing puzzle games on a stream for the first time, because you feel like, because I've done this too with other games, and like you feel like you need to make progress because, well, people are here to watch you play a game and not
Sure.
stare at the wall for 25 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Hang on a second. That's something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
2, 1, 1. Is that a thing? Where'd the marker go? I don't know if that's anything there, but so we were here before
Mm-hmm.
and saw this before. And yet I can't control those from here. My other thought was to try and find a way around and down, but outside I couldn't see any paths.
Nope.
Is the... Are these... I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this question without screwing myself over with information.
Okay.
How do I want to phrase this? I guess, is the next step in this room right now, or is it in a different room? Or
It is in this room.
It is in this room. Okay. Is it literally just holding them? Did I? What have I not messed with? I'm missing something.
At the risk of maybe giving you more information than you'd like,
Mm-hmm.
the elevator is also in this room.
Oh, wait. Is that a delay?
Yes.
Oh, now I'm... I see. I see. Okay. Cool.
Because I figured I'd save you from clicking on the same two
Yeah.
pictures forever and
Thank
ever.
you. I appreciate that. And not only that, but that was just the right amount of information I needed.
Yeah. It's almost like I'm really familiar with this game.
Yeah, almost. Cool. Okay. And that explains why they're up top, because now they lower down. Gotcha.
There you go.
Cool. Okay. Now then. Oh, neat. That you can see the gears engaging.
Mm-hmm.
And then. Oh, am I supposed to, like.
Time it out.
Yeah.
That's why they have the training machine.
That's. Yeah, but. That's gross. Okay. Well, now. Love how swiftly it returns. Like, nope, that's not it. Nope, get back in the thing. All right, all right.
That is just the call button. It'll do that even if you have things right.
Cool, okay. Well, I think unless I randomly guessed something correct here. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I will take a look around. I just want to know what time I'm dealing with here. So at full blast, I was like, can I return from whence I've came? Okay. That's almost 1/8 a second. Maybe a little faster. Yeah, that one just sucks. So at least we want to have it on. You know, I think it has to be full. Okay. I can kind of see it time-wise. What did we change anything outside? We sure as heck did.
Yep. We spun the fortress around for sure.
Oh, I might have to. Oh, do I have to count which spot I'm on?
Mm-hmm.
How many? 1, 2.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to do that.
Okay. Well, I
But-
guess I'm trying to figure out how many options there are for where this can be positioned. That's where I came from. That's where I want to go, I think. So I need to turn it 3/4 of the way, I think. Okay.
Before you do,
Yes.
just a little Easter egg. If you go back
Uh-huh.
into the opulent room,
That would be this one.
because look through the telescope, because I believe this is the right
Oh.
direction facing to look through the telescope. Ah, no, it's not. I thought it was here.
Then let me try doing a halfway turn before I continue all the way. so we would want to go full throttle and then 1,000, 1,000. Try that. Wait. No, I would want another 2 seconds because it was per eighth of the circle. So to do a half turn would be 4. So 1,000, 1,000. We'll try that. Because if the position that you want it in is not, or is not either of the two paths and not this side, I'm assuming that it's the one that I've now placed us in. It was no, stop. Here? No? Am I even where I think I am? I guess is a good question.
You managed to go in a full circle. Good job.
Huh. I sure did. I guess I was right the first time? I thought I was counting. I didn't think of it as being like a second per quarter turn.
It's just a little over a second, so it's easy to kind of get over that middle bump.
Gotcha. Okay, well. 1,000, 1,000. We'll try that. Portrait I was asking about is portrait of Madame Moitessier. Pardon my French. Moitessier.
Motiger.
Motiger, yeah. Madame Motiger. What was the Inglorious Bastards? That Buongiorno.
Yeah.
What did you just call my mother, Fizz? Nothing. All right. Well, still I give you nothing to look out upon. I swear, if this... Please, just let me out of here. I just need to know that...
Oh, okay. Actually, I think I know what's going on, and it might be a slight disconnect between the puzzle mechanic and what the game is actually capable of doing. So
Okay.
I will give you one suggestion, and that is whenever you stop messing with the rotation, pull this what you call the speed dial all the way back down. Because
Okay.
you've been leaving it all the way up, and if you pull it all the way back down, that will lock it in place essentially.
I think I follow. So let's go. We'll try. I'm gonna go back to my previous thought of 4 seconds being what I need. So it would be 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Close this, and then drop this down as well.
Mm-hmm.
and then all this. Unless things are a different speed, but this was my initial thought. Nothing there. Okay.
Hey, we made it to somewhere else.
This wasn't where I wanted to be, but I'll take it. Okay. This looks to me like we have half of an answer here. What's gonna be? Sun rising over trees. Or, I don't know, top half of crown. And our semicircle here. Which this may or may not be the correct orientation as well. I don't remember what the other
It's only the one
symbols
orientation
were.
to save you the headache.
Okay. Actually. So then like your sun rising over trees way better than ball on spikes. Alright, cool. We'll take it. There we go. So I did 4 seconds and turned time.
You did about a 3/4 turn.
Or a 3/4 turn, okay.
Which
So,
time and a half and 3/4 are the same. Well, no, not quite.
No, I meant a half over my. I meant the same thing that you said, but you said it accurately, and I did not. We'll put it that way. Alrighty. Okay, and then, so in that case, I want to go like. Hang on. If I turned, let's see, if I turned 1, 2, 3, then another 3/4 turn would get me to where I was initially trying to get to by nature of it being.
It should,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. We'll try that. This should be not the next place for puzzle solving, but should finally be the direction y'all wanted me to look in the telescope, I think. I hope. At this point, I just don't know.
Nope, not quite.
Nope. And this, I can almost guarantee you this is going to be where I started from. No?
Nope, this
Yes.
is the...
Well, this is the... What?
This is the... So there are... If you remember from the journal, there are 3 islands that surrounded the city that this fortress was built on.
Mm-hmm.
So we are facing in the one direction where there isn't an island.
Okay. I'm just confused. not because of the direction I'm facing, but because I thought for sure I understood how much time needed to pass for specific
It's a little
directions.
quirky. Um,
Yeah, because at this point I
but
feel like
if
I'm sort of random. I'm like rolling the dice on it.
yeah,
But
so if you actually go back to the simulator,
mhm.
to kind of maybe do a little bit more playing around with it, there may be a couple of things that if you want, I can point out that you might have missed. You know, step into the room before it'll let you turn all the way around. There you go.
Gotcha. Let it load up. Oh, excuse me. Huh. One 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting the half turn with that number. But what is it that I'm?
So if you advance it to the next one and then pull the lever back down.
Oh, there's sounds that are different each time.
Yes.
I see.
So that way you don't have to, you know, run it and then go all the way back downstairs and then run it and go all the way back downstairs.
I thought it was just a very bizarre choice for a return to original noise. With that thunk, but now I see why. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want
I figured
this one.
since you've figured out basically everything else about the mechanics of this puzzle, I'd give you the tip to make it a little easier on your life.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Do you happen to know which one I already did between
You did the one that the
and
simulator. You did the one that the simulator is pointing at right now.
Okay. I've done that one and checked the spyglass for that and the one that we are currently on. So the one that has the sound that I want is a little dink. Okay.
No, the spyglass is not a diagonal. It's just that it's only on one of them, and I don't remember which one the Easter egg is on.
Yeah, I don't think I can stop on a diagonal either. At least
Nope,
the
you cannot.
simulator wouldn't let me.
I just always forget that it's not the one that. I always think that it's the one that's pointing out into nowhere because I always think that they would hide it in that one since you have no reason to stop there.
Yeah.
But no, it's never that one.
Yeah. They thought of that. You
Yeah.
thought of that, but they also thought of that. Two. Just gonna.
Nope.
Let's try. Nope. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
I was completely lost. This was absolutely a let's roll these dice until I get the sound I want. Like
I
I do
usually
get
give
it
it
in
about
concept, but
yeah, I usually give it about a 2 count to get from one to the next, but it's a little wiggy.
that's okay. It's definitely one of those like my assumption is let's check our Spyglass real fast.
There he
Hey,
is.
there it is.
It's Bob.
All right, so do tell about Bob. Does Bob have a
So
story?
Bob is, we think, one of the black ship pirates. But we're not sure, because he's
Okay.
just sort of hanging from a mast that's been sunk.
Yeah, he's hanging out. Is Bob his canon name?
It's the name that Cyan has referred to him by,
Okay.
but we don't know we don't know what his deal is, so we don't know
Sure.
what that guy's name would have actually been.
Records show that Thlandric Ilverson was once. Oh yeah,
There you
Bob.
go.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Also, if y'all want to use Thlandric Ilverson for your next D&D character, that's a freebie. Let's see.
That's a very solid name.
Thank you. And go with. I think all of these symbols are VHS company logos, but don't quote me on that. Okay, well I've got my crudely redrawn version of these. Thankfully I'm done here. I have one more. Excuse me. Hang on. Was that always there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now to get back to what did we name it? Who? Tong, Quibble, Psh, and Pling. So back to Tong. Is that correct?
Think so.
By that first one was the cyan logo rotated. Understood. Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Every time. I'm going to walk out of the store every time and not hit that button.
According to one of the other people who worked on Myst, his name is Richard Watson. Everybody calls him Rawa. He they had to add the sounds to this puzzle specifically because the PC playback wasn't completely exact between the simulator and the actual controls up here. Because on the Mac it worked great, and they could just you would count it, but apparently on the PC it didn't quite play back perfectly. And so they had to add the sounds to kind of give you a little bit of an extra hint as to where you were pointing.
I appreciate that immensely.
Yes.
Given how this has kind of messed with me a bit. Did Bird have
Bird is there for
anything-
fun.
Okay. Also, I now see, someone pointed out, I think, I don't know if it was on this one, but you can see where the artifacts are around this movable part.
Yeah.
Changing with each frame. That's fun. Okay. Now we go out here. Ocelot, may I make a suggestion before I leave the age? Yes, please do. After this or before this? Before attempting
You
to
can
solve
punch
this.
the code in while she's typing.
Okay, grab one of the pages to take back with me. Understood. And this This was here, and then sun rising over trees, and then half. Oh, damn it! Half circle. Hey. Okay, so this would be back to the, or I don't know if it's back to, I don't know if I've been into the Age of Mist yet. I don't know if that's where I came from.
Yep, that's where we started.
Okay, so let's then take Ocelot's suggestion here, and where were the pages again? They were
In the secret rooms.
in the secret rooms. Okay. This one was the red one, I believe.
Turn left, and then click over there on that box.
Ah, I see.
There you go.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. That confirms I want the blue one.
Does it?
Not that confirmed it, but I wanted the blue one.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember. I wasn't sure which one was which. I'm not sure how. There we go. That's what I wanted. There. No. Ugh. Please. There we go. In order to cut down on my option paralysis, I have a when in doubt, pick the blue one rule.
Fair enough.
And here we can see it in play. Ocelot says, pick a piece of paper. It doesn't matter. Cool, the blue one. Otherwise, I'll sit here all day. Questioning which paper I should take. No, please. I saw daylight. Let me out of here. There we go. No. There we go. Alrighty.
My favorite sound effect ever. Hey, we're back in the library.
Oh, I see. Cool. It's a chandelier?
Yep.
What if...
There we go.
Haha.
Monsieur? Are you? See you. Help me. Bring blue pages.
Ah, okay.
Never. Just...
Here, have the one sitting right next to you.
He's returned. He wouldn't return. They just rescue me.
Rescue me.
I'm acting off. My brother, I beg you. To be complete. Always blue pages. Listen to him. Not listen to my brother. He's a fool and a liar. Bring me the blue pages. The red ones. Don't bring the red ones. Oh, you. I've been wrongfully imprisoned. You must leave. I will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue
Well, I think I know what he wants.
You want to talk to the other guy?
I think. Oh, that doesn't work. Damn. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Why? Bring me a red. I can't see. Need a red too much. Make a bring.
Oh no.
I am serious. Even up.
Okay, I see you. I see you guys.
So that was Robin Miller. And that guy in the blue book was Rand Miller.
And they're siblings, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Cool. That's so good. I had a question. Oh, does this game have multiple endings?
It does, actually.
Okay.
But
Will I
they all
need
kind
to-
of come in a cluster, so you don't need to worry about accidentally stumbling across an ending anytime
Okay.
soon.
Okay. Like if I decided, I'm going to just collect blue pages, and then, like, I mean, I guess I don't want to know the answer to this, but my thought is that here I have two brothers that I believe were at odds with each other, and I may need to take a side or something. But I don't know if-
Narratively, like for the purposes of playing through the game and getting the full context of everything, it would probably be best if you did do both.
Okay.
Just to hear both of them tell it, I guess.
Sure. I am going to then, before I quit for the day, I am going to grab the other page real fast and bring it back. And then next stream, we'll do some reading and we can start Stone Ship.
Sounds good to me.
About how long is the game, like in vague terms?
If we do the rest of the game at the pace that we've been doing so far, I would say that we have 3, maybe 4 streams.
Okay. That sounds really nice. I foresee it being about this on average. Speed through some stuff, get horrifically hung up on others,
Yeah.
and then have it average out.
Secret room.
No, that was the correct room.
Yeah. This is the correct room. The secret room's just behind the throne.
Right, thank you.
It's harder to find this one because there's a whole big ass tapestry hanging in front of it.
Yeah, it's not just that either. Like sometimes my brain just wants to like gloss over things. It's the ADHD idea that like you can have an object in plain sight and you just keep like glossing over it. That's me with a lot of the items in these images. I know what I'm looking for, yet it's not appearing in front of me. Let's see. One of these was on
Left.
a left.
And then the box. There you go.
Thank you. all back out of here. And out. And we'll just continue out. No. I see
Yeah,
daylight.
Just keep going straight.
There we go.
There you go.
Sweet. That was... Excuse you. Cool. Glad that was persistent.
I did too, honestly. Weird.
The music is reminding me a little bit of Obra Dinn. Or I guess it would be that Obra Dinn is reminding me of Myst, but just the kind of whimsical nature of some of it, but while still preserving that, like, the vibe has not stopped, even though something just feels a little upbeat for a moment.
Yeah.
To herald your return. It was in the library. Please turn around. Turn around. There we are.
Return. Thank you for bringing me back. You must continue. My name is Myst-ery. I beg you to find the remaining red pages. You must read.
I get it. He's trying to revive himself, so he's asking you to bring him all the red mages.
Instructions unclear.
Yeah.
I need more red pages, please. Beg.
Yeah,
Don't
page.
waste time. Look. Don't.
Dude, when I bring him all these red mages, he's gonna totally flip.
My brother was guilty. And I wrongfully imprisoned. Bring the
Did they
red
both
pages.
say that they were each wrongfully imprisoned?
Yes.
I love that. Cool. All right. Well, I think at this juncture, that concludes part one of... I was hoping to find some nice music. Did this have good music? Yeah, why not? Alrighty. Hey, thank you so much, Al, for hanging out. This has been spectacular.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like we discussed this with this in mind, but I do have you for the remaining episodes? Or
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am happy to come back.
Awesome. Okay. It occurred to me that I may not have asked, and if I hadn't, then I apologize. But I was fairly
No, that's
certain that
fine.
was the plan, but I didn't want to assume. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and with the stream and for sharing your infinite wisdom. I feel so what's the word I want? I'm honored to have you here as the guest, and
Oh, it's
I
been a
feel
great time.
that I get a special, a very special experience playing through this game that not many others can say. So thank you for contributing to that. Is
You're
there
very welcome.
anywhere that you would like others to either find you, or someplace that you want to plug, or something you want to plug, anything like that yourself?
So yeah, sure. Mainly the Guild of Archivists at guildofarchivists.org. We have, it's your one-stop shop for all your Myst franchise needs. I will say, if you're not familiar with the games, maybe be a little bit more cautious about just sort of wandering around on there because there are going to be spoilers, and we kind of treat it as, well, if you're here, you're looking for something in particular, and we're not going to make you click through 1,000 different spoiler warnings. So just be aware of that much if you do decide to check it out. But otherwise, I am on Mastodon at Alahmnat at vulpine.club, at least for the next 20 days, because the server is going down and I need to find a new instance. But
Fair.
I don't usually use Twitter all that often anymore because it sucks.
Yeah,
but,
also fair. I'm
but
on there
you can-
too often, and I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly agree.
You can find me. I will, if you message me, I will get it. But it's just at Alahmnat there as well, Alahmnat, and yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I am going to say goodbye to you then right now, and I'm going to switch over to the big me in order to give our outro. But once again, it's been a pleasure having you on, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday.
I'm looking
fairly
forward to
well.
it too. Stoneship is one of my favorite ages.
Yeah, I'm hype. The design of it is already like getting me ready. Once again, I'm gonna invoke Zelda, but I'm getting and I'm gonna be saying that I have vibes of other things, but in actuality, what I'm saying is that these other things may in fact have been inspired by this, because I think this one came first. But I'm getting the Skyward Sword sand ship vibes, if that rings any bells there for you. But or with anybody in chat. But on that note, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go off on a tangent if I don't stop. But you have a great one, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's a very vibes-based game, so
Yeah.
I get it.
I love it.
Have a good
These
one.
Vibes have been fantastic, and thank you. You as well. And we'll hit that button there. We have disconnected the Alahmnat. And alrighty, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm just over the moon to play this game like this. It's it's so cool. Yeah, I will see everybody next Sunday will be this. In the meantime, next Thursday is going to be more Resident Evil 4. So we'll keep going through that story. Good luck to you who decide to take a break from Final Fantasy 16 to watch me. I appreciate that. I will probably be playing FF16 after. I'll be starting it then. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what my schedule is going to look like once that's introduced to things. That said, if you want to watch this episode or other episodes over on YouTube, youtube.com/YisbridGames, you'll be able to watch a VOD of this, which will go up in the next couple days or so, of all of the game, of all of the playthroughs that I've done so far. This one I think is going to be a special one to have, well, archived. But I like knowing that this existed. That this was once here. Remember this. Remember that it once lived. But y'all have a fantastic one. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep your spirits up. I've been Fizz. Let me not jump to the end. I have been Fizz, your host. You can catch me over at my website at findfizz.biz, as well as on Twitter at twitter.com/FizzTheHuman or at FizzTheHuman. And eventually, because I technically, I think I had a Mastodon at one point. There was an instance that my friend was running that I had one, but once everybody jumps the stone ship, that is Twitter. If that happens, I'm not saying once everybody does. Don't please no doom and gloom. But if there ends up being a cooler place to go and hang out, I will attempt to be as fizzy as possible there, and we'll chat about what that looks like later when that happens. But otherwise, yeah, feel free to hang out with us on the Discord at discord.gg/YisbridGames. You can check out the Yisbrid Twitter at twitter.com/YisbridGames, as well as the Facebook page. Those are both great for news and announcements, especially like all of the awesome ads that we just or not ads, trailers that we just put out. Look at me. I'm fumbling over stuff. I'm giddy, okay? It's fine. Let me have this. Which I will play some of those awesome videos for you. Yeah, we do have that new game, that Everdeep Aurora, and I'm going to show that off in a couple minutes. I will say this. When I play all the videos, it will end with a break. We're not going on break. That's the end of the stream. I'll switch it back to the title so you know. I just didn't have enough time to fix that to have an end of stream version. So just pretend that it looked cooler than it was, and that's okay. That'll be our secret. Alrighty, thank you to the amazing moderation team. Thank you, Ocelot in particular, for organizing all of this. She was instrumental to this meeting of the minds. So thank you there. And I did the be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep your spirits up. I did that. I just did it again too, just in case. Alrighty, and I'll catch you on Thursday with more Resident Evil 4. Cool. Let me. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna take just a second here. I'm making sure that I saved. Just making sure. I don't know if I think I saved, so I don't see the pages there. Did I?
Return. Thank you for bringing me back. You must continue.
I think this is the.
My name is Myst-ery.
I think this was the second one.
I beg you to find.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Just making sure. Alrighty. We're quitting then. 'Cause if I have to redo anything, then we'll really have need of Alahmnat to speed run us. Oh, here's the Oh, the gameplay's not showing up. Oh well. Yeah. Can't see anything, but the pages are there or aren't there. I'm fine. Awesome. Yes, that is all true. Alrighty. All y'all have a good night, and thank you very much for hanging out. Until next time, see ya. That wasn't the button I wanted. Ha ha!